let's spend just a few minutes talking about Microsoft Teams. And we're going to cover different aspects of Teams, and I'm going to show you how to log in or download Teams to your computer or phone from this home screen. And then we're going to look at some of the different features, and I'll try to show you just a few tips and maybe some tricks that you don't know. And hopefully you'll just learn a few nuggets of information, whether you're a new user or if you're a veteran user. And you'll learn new things that might make your usage of Teams even more efficient and a better experience for your students. And I've also found this a helpful tool in enabling my students to communicate with each other. So when we first started using it, and I actually started this pre-pandemic because I was teaching Teams and virtual Teams, and that was a new course, and so I was putting information together, and I just stumbled across Teams. Of course, we knew of Zoom and how we were familiar with that, or we thought we were familiar with Teams, with Zoom. But with Teams, it's anyone that has a subscription to Windows or the Microsoft 365. So I have found it, like I said, students will talk to each other. And one thing to keep in mind is that Microsoft Teams is a collaboration app. So it has your chats, your conversations, your meetings, also your files all in one location. So how do you access Teams? Well, this is the web version, and this is where you can sign up for free. This is where you actually have up here how you can download Teams and have access to it. And as I alluded to earlier, you have to work for an organization or a university that has Office 365. And at Union University, we provide these accounts not only to our staff, but to our students as well, and we offer 5 free downloads. And since I already have an account, I don't have to log in, and I'm going to go straight to the desktop app because that's what I prefer and that's what I use. And so you can download the desktop app from through the web page and have that and just work off of the desktop app. I also use the app to my phone, and I found that extremely handy and great to have as well. So let's walk through Teams, and I'm going to bring you to my Teams page. And this is where, before I had you on my chat page, but this is my Teams page. And this, you can see all these pivot tables over here. And that's how we toggle back and forth. But these are my teams that I have. And have those listed. And as a teacher, what you can do is set up a Teams for each course. This is my Teams and virtual Teams from Spring 1, Spring 2, and then I have Summer. And this is my dummy course that I have out there. And as an advisor, you could also set up and have your own team for that. And this is our SOAPs, and it's at School of Adult and Professional Studies. And that's our department that we use and hold all sorts of different files. So let's look at it. So this is the team, and this is our general channel that we have. And when I talk about channels, you can add different channels if you want them. This is the general channel, and you can see where we have conversations, and you can see where Christina Winkles has actually shared an article from CAEL that she thought was very interesting, meet students where they are, and this will shoot it out to all of us, and we all have that. It also has different files that we host as our department and that we use, and so you can see we have plan of actions, a road to graduation. This was our former dean, her files that are out there, academic programs. It goes on and on and on. And then we have another channel, the advising team. Now this channel has not taken off as quickly or been as productive because you'll notice that right below it we have the enrollment and advising team. And what we found is that these two areas are intertwined and they function better as one channel. So let me go to the enrollment and advising team, and you can see we have conversations going on, but also embedded in that we have files, and these are our files that I talked about. And so we keep our applicants here. I won't click on it because we show you names. We keep Cindy Shirley. She works for us, her advisees. Deborah Tolliday and her advisees. Renee Dower, her advisees. We can keep our conditional and provisional. And it really makes it handy. So you could do this with students as well, and I'll show you in classes. But we also, this is our calendar that we keep for the department, and have that pop up here in a second. And you can see we can put on this is November. I color code them, or we color code, and we have, these are our Facebook and Instagram that we know when they're going to be posted and what's going to be on that. We know when people are on vacation, so we have access to that. We know that Luann and Renee are at the CAEL conference. This is our Thanksgiving break. So it's really, we can look back at what happened in October. So it's just handy for us to have. And for us, with channels, let me go back to team, and I'll show you. This is my virtual team here, and I can post up. I have general, I have information, a Zoom meeting, because even in Teams I teach them how to do Zoom meetings as well. Files, when I put files in this class, I can put class material, and this is the syllabus that I have posted. But let's say, let's go back to all teams, that I want to create a team because I'm going to have a new class. So I can go here, and you can see I can actually join other teams if I want to. If I want to join Union Cybersecurity, which is public, which is quite interesting to me, I could do that. Or I can create a team, and I'm going to make it a class. So my class name, what I'll name it, it's going to be APS 201. It's a little bit advanced, and this is my group. Well, no, let's call this, well, I'm Luann's fake class. So I will make that team, and it's creating it. And so I need to invite some people to be in my team. So I'm going to add Kaplan Hamaker. I'm going to add Renee Dower to that team. And then I'll add them, and I have them in my class. So they're there. And then that's how easy it is. I can also go over here and I can edit this picture and make it interesting. I won't do that today because it takes a while sometimes to download it. But you can see these are my channels. But say I want to add a channel to this class, I simply go here and I can add a channel. And it could be the group project. And this is assistance for group project. And I just add that. And it adds a channel, and that's how easy it is. I can also go up here to files and say I want to add files to that. I can go up here, I can upload, and I can look in files. I can actually go out here and go, I'm going to just add it from my desktop. I'm going to pull up out of this course, and I'm just going to embed a syllabus. And that will put the syllabus, it's uploading, and there it is. So students will have access to that as well. But if I'm on the general, and let's say I want to start a new conversation, and I want it just to go to Kathleen, I don't want it to go to Renee, I can say, good morning. I understand you have issues with your assignment. Can I help? And so that has gone out, and that has gone to Kaplan. Other features that I can add, we can add a class notebook, assignments, grades, of course files, but we can also come over here and we can look at apps that we can add. We can add OneNote if we want to do that, and I can title that class discussions, or class discussion, and I can put that over there. I could make it about questions, but I have that, and it's a running tab that students can complete and have. So with my conversation, and you can see where I've added the tab and added the channel, and there's the link for it. I'm hoping that I hear back from Kathleen here soon. But say I know and I can look at this and I see on Miss Kathleen, she's available. Well, she's not answering. I'm not hearing from her yet. But if I want to go over here, I can start a video call just from this. I won't do that because the quality is not as great when I do the call. But this gives you an idea of what you can do and just how easy it is to set up. But this can be set up as well. Oh, and here's Kathleen. What is Kathleen saying? She's saying, yes, I'm not understanding the topic. And I'll say, I'll give you a call in a few if you're available. And she can say, yes, absolutely, and then I'll just give her a call. So that gives you an idea, like I said, just how easy it is to do that. And then if I want to do a general, and she said, that would be great, thank you. So I go back to general, and I want to start another new conversation, and I want it to be to everyone. I can use emojis if I want to use emojis. This is my favorite thing to use in the world, and this is my favorite emoji. Hairspray roll call. And so if I can find it, if it's out there, of course it's not. And you can see all the different GIFs that you can use. This is it. This is what I like. Roll call. And so when I send it out of class and I want to find out, okay, where is everyone? I want to know where you are. Then I can use this and send it. I won't send it now because it would go to them and they'd go, what in the world is she doing? So, but that just gives you just some ideas of what's going on. When I go back and we can pivot back, let's pivot and look at other features that we have. I have my own personal calendar that's out there. And so this links to my Outlook calendar and I can sync it. So if I want to schedule meetings, I can do that. I can do a new meeting and I can schedule it. I can also just meet now if I want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and start my meeting. And this is the meeting with Luann. There I am. And you'll see that, look at how cool my office is. And I know some people think, well, why are we worried about backgrounds? Well, it really shows who you are. And if I take this filter off, and I'll do that and let you see what my background looks like. If I have none, this is my office. It's just a little messy, so I don't always like to show it. I can blur it. I can have confetti. I really don't like to do that. Or I could be like I'm in Frozen, and my granddaughter would like that, but that's not necessarily my favorite. I typically go with the Contemporary Office and use it. But if I go ahead and join now and set up my meeting and I'm connecting, of course, I'm not connecting to anyone. I can copy that meeting link. I can add participants from here to invite people to join me. I won't do that for now. I can also go up here. This is good. I can show my participants. I can show conversation if I want to show it. Of course, these are the emojis to raise your hand. I can do breakout rooms. And that to me is one of the greatest features as an instructor is I can do breakout rooms and have that. Other actions from here, I can get meeting notes. I can do full screen if I want to do full screen. I can record. And we use that in advising a lot because we're able to record the meeting and have it for the student, especially if they're not understanding what we're telling them with courses or how we're going to set up their plan of action. And then we have that for them. So that just gives you some ideas of how to do it. It's easy to share screens and share content. For me, it's so much easier because it lays the screens out I don't know, it's simpler to me than it is when it comes to working in Zoom. So I have gotten to where I prefer using Teams to using Zooms. So that again is just my own personal preference. So I do want to leave this, and I'm out of my meeting, but I'm going to show you something else over here. Just looking, if I go back to my chat feature, this is my meeting I had yesterday that I can go from this, especially if I have it with a class, and I can go over here and do the attendance and have my attendance report. And on that attendance report, it shows how much time each person was in the course. So that is great. So if they say, well, I attended it, well, yes, but maybe only for a minute. So this, I can show it, I have it, and I know that information. So, but I really enjoy, and I haven't gone much into the chat feature, but I love this chat feature because for me, it's where I can communicate with my students, I can communicate with my coworkers. So a couple of other points and a couple of other things. Let's say Renee Dower is here, and I have her there because I talk to her frequently. I can pop that box out and talk to her. This is where we're trying to plan for where we're going to stay after the conference and our conversation. But I can also say, oh, I talked to Kathleen here a lot. So I want to take Kathleen and I want to pin her, and I'm going to put her up at the top because I communicate with her frequently, and that way it doesn't get lost. So that, like I said, is great. I can do calls straight from here. And then I sync this. My files are here. These are the files that I have done recently, and I have those out there. I can sync everything to my OneDrive. So to me, this has just been such a joy to have. The activity button, I can see what's gone on, and it pops up and lets me know when something has happened. But I also, down at the bottom, which you guys can't see, on my taskbar, it shows if something has happened. So this is just a few tips. Like I said, if you may be a veteran user and go, oh, hey, I know all that. You may be someone that's new to it, but this is just a great tool. You can see, like I said, the different teams that I'm a part of. SOAPS, which is our School of Adult Professional Studies, our marketing team, TargetX, which is our collaboration, our CRM that we use here, and then different courses, and then I get the joy of being part of the nursing admissions team as well. So this is just a brief overview of teams. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm always available if you have any questions at lpowell@uu.edu.